This program is brought to you through the kind support of the Friends of That's What She Said. Support BCTV by visiting bctv.org/support.
It used to be great, now it's not so great, but it's still pretty great. Reading. It used to have lights, then it didn't have lights. New with LED lights. Pagoda. Did they really say that? They did not say that. Yeah, they did say that. That's what she said.
No, that was Christina.
Welcome to another episode of That's What She Said, where anything can happen and usually does. I'd like to say first, happy congratulations to all the same-sex couples who can now get married in the state of Pennsylvania. I think this is a wonderful thing that happened yesterday, and I know Jamie and Kirk are very happy to be legally recognized in Pennsylvania. I'm sure there are so many others. So, on to the intros. We have some surprises tonight. We have Sheila, which is no surprise, she who knits.
She who knits.
And Martha, and she who doesn't knit.
Not here.
And joining us for a special guest appearance tonight is Corinne Davis. Welcome to our lovely little home away from home.
Thank you.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I work at the Reading Hospital. I'm born and raised in Reading and had moved away for 10 years. Now I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Always good to come
We all come back, don't we?
Yes, in some way, shape, or form, right? And so now I'm here, settled, married, and happy.
Recently married.
Recently married.
Best wishes.
Yes.
Absolutely wonderful. And who are you married to? One of our favorite men in the world.
Yes, my darling hubby, Philip Davis. He's the owner and chef of Papillon Brasserie in West Reading.
Yum.
Now, there you go.
Hi, honey.
It's a delicious spot. We've been there. You should go there. We love it. Who knows what you'll see there? Well,
Mussels.
people were so fond last time of, you'll notice Nicole is missing, yes. We'll have more on that later. But that's a surprise for later. But since it was such a big hit last time, I am going to do another reading from Celia, Country Reporter, to get the show started in an upbeat mode. What was I going to say? I was going to say something else about this show. Anyway, we were hoping for a tweet, but you've all been slow on the... Oh, yes, you can call us at 610-378-0426 or tweet us at She Tweets to Me. It's up on the screen there. I shan't repeat it. Possibly I will. Well, since no one has tweeted a random number to us, I will have to ask somebody to shout out a random number, and we'll see what's happening with Celia, Country Reporter.
How many days?
Not quite 90 days. It
89.
Was, yeah,
89.
That's perfect. It is 89 days. That's exactly. Yeah.
Well, let's see what's happening to Celia on page 89. Oops, that's 99. That's very different. It's 10 more. Let's see. Another obit? Celia asked, dreading it. No, it's a barn on fire on the other side of the lake. The fire department's got it in hand, I imagine, from what they said, but you can never tell in drought like we've been having. Would you mind hopping over there to see what's going on? When Celia got to the place, the fire seemed to be out, but the firemen were still there. A police car turned up the lane just ahead of her, and a young state trooper jumped out. One of the firemen called out to him, "Officer, you're going to have to shoot these horses. They're burned bad." Oh, this was a chop. This is a lovely chop.
Is this a reflection of my marriage?
Well, let's quickly find a short paragraph to take us.
And then she woke up.
Celia hurried out. This is from page 122, which hopefully is more upbeat than the last page. Your report. Celia hurried out. She did not want to see Lola and Bill go off together. Oh, why am I so jealous? She asked herself in dismay. I don't know if it's because I like Bill or I dislike Linda. Lola. It's both, I guess. While she was talking to the unhappy people on the farms, there we go again with the farms, she kept seeing those two on this beautiful day together, having the time of their lives. And we will leave Celia, country reporter, by Laura Vitre, right there.
What a quandary.
Well, that was a...
It's heavy.
That was a
Started
challenge.
out really intense.
Thank God.
Oh,
Mint juleps.
so we all will take a sip of our mint julep,
Yes.
courtesy of Martha, for the poor horses of Celia Country Report.
These are good.
They are.
These are really good.
Well,
They're strong.
there's a friend of ours here at BCTV made a suggestion of a topic long ago, and we have been assiduously avoiding it. Not on purpose, it just keeps getting bumped. And tonight, darn it, we're going to discuss it.
Oh, thank goodness.
Book to TV, book to movie adaptations. He suggested either our favorites or our least favorite. Now, I will say, I think that the adaptations of John Irving's books have been wonderful. Cider House Rules and Garp were just some of my favorite adaptations. Anyone else have?
My favorite book actually is, and nothing highly intellectual. To Kill a Mockingbird is my favorite
I love that one.
That is a wonderful.
It's a
Love
perfect book, and it covers everything that I'm passionate about: children, civil rights, man's inhumanity to man. The movie adaptation was almost perfect. They didn't change anything, and Gregory Peck is,
He's
Atticus
marvelous.
Finch is just wonderful. I think I could watch that movie every day and read the book on in between, and I'd never be tired of it. It's just a wonderful
You know
film.
what Jamie's favorite line is? The temerity. He's in love with Gregory Peck the moment he says temerity.
It's
That's a good word. I like that word.
It
I
is.
think I read somewhere that they did his final closing in one shot.
Oh my.
Did the whole thing in one shot. It's just an incredible film, and if you
is.
haven't seen it, I love teaching the novel, but I love writing it, reading it. Yeah.
Indeed. Any other?
I have one. I actually read the book. No. I saw the movie first. I didn't even know there was a book until our friend Kira actually had it at her bookstore and introduced me to the book, and then I fell in love with both. But it's Coraline.
Oh.
Have you ever seen Coraline? It's actually kind of a creepy story. Anybody? Coraline?
No.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, you have to watch it. It's really
We
fun.
will.
It looks like a kid's movie, and
I was going to say,
I don't
thought
think it
Well,
is.
Celia looked like a kid's book until you got to the
so you got
horses
to
on
page
fire.
989, right? Forgot that.
Who knew that was buried in there?
Don't go to page 89.
Don't go to
Yeah,
I won't go with
don't read
special
page
days.
89.
Yeah.
No, but Coraline, it's a creepy story. I guess it's. I don't know. You have to check it
Is
out.
it an old book?
No, it's
No.
not that old.
No.
It's fun. It's a fairly new, but the movie's fairly new too. But it's a really cute movie.
Ah,
The book is good too. The book is a little bit different. It's a little bit darker.
I bet you.
Scary. Uh-oh.
Favorite?
I don't know. That's hard to think. It is hard.
Rachel Moyer.
Oh gosh.
She thinks Celia sounds like her ex.
She does.
So, Jane, what's your favorite?
I just said.
Well, you just said. There've been some. I thought
but
both.
there's a lot of them.
Well, I thought they did a really good job with the girl with the dragon tattoo, and I would
Which
like.
one? The
Oh, I
foreign
didn't
Well,
language?
that.
Or
I really liked the first one, the Scandinavian one, and my thought was they're never going to do this, and they're going to glitz it up. They're going to put music behind it. They're going to do something awful. The American version I thought was also very well done.
I didn't see that.
It was
Well,
good. Yeah, it was very good.
I've never seen it
Very
either.
dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I keep
And-
going back years in my thoughts, but the most horrible one I've ever seen was Dune.
Ooh,
I
but the
love
book
David
is
Lynch.
wonderful.
The book is wonderful. The movie was not.
No,
Never seen it?
no, it
No, I
wasn't.
never
I've never
saw
seen it either.
No.
No.
No, it was
Absolutely.
awful.
Is it an older movie or a young?
It's
Oh, way
recent.
back, yeah.
Yeah.
80s.
Early
80s.
early 80s, I think. Yeah. But the
And I
book
love
is
Kyle MacLachlan and David Lynch, but
But no.
it was not
No.
to be.
the book was such a big book, and I loved reading the book. I think my son introduced me to the Dune series.
Did you have anything?
No,
add
I
on?
didn't.
Okay, fine.
I'm a terrible reader when it comes to reading.
Well, nothing wrong with
Talking
that.
about projects that never get finished.
Not reading.
I'll start
his
a book
books,
and then it never gets finished.
Aw, that's a
it's
shame.
It's a shame because reading is really something that's good to do.
Yeah. Baby
Well.
steps. We'll work on it.
As we know, it was recently the Kentucky Derby.
Oh,
That's our mint juleps.
and that-
Uh-oh. Martha's
There it
putting
is.
on her
which we are
costume.
honoring with the mint juleps and Martha's fabulous hat.
Oh, she spreads that.
That's awesome. I love that hat.
So we decided that I would go onto eBay and find a Kentucky Derby game that we could play during this. And I found this from 1938. It's delightful. It has little pictures of Kentucky Derby, and who knows? This could be historical because the what's his name? California
California Chrome.
Chrome has won both the Kentucky Derby and the Preakness, and he has the Belmont left.
That's a horse, right?
It is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar
Yeah.
with the Derby except for the hats and the juleps.
But,
So I'm just checking.
But who knows? This
horses
year
and
we
they
may
have some
finally have a
drinks.
Triple Crown
Right. That's what
winner.
I say.
Knock wood. I'm fond of him. I picked the horse because I saw a picture in the paper and I said, "Oh, you're a
He's
silly-looking
beautiful.
horse," and I said,
Wow.
"So that was my horse." But now, who wants to go first? Well, first we need to pick colors. We have black, beige, maroon, and white. Don't all answer at once. Sheila wants black. She is whirl away.
Whirl away.
I'll take red.
It's maroon.
Maroon.
You are sea biscuit.
Hey, I love that.
So you have
Speaking of books and
beige or
movies.
white.
White.
White. You are galant fox.
Hey, right?
And I am
Nice name, I like
citation.
that.
Wow.
So, what we do is we spin. We aren't going to play this all right now. We're going to spin it whenever we see fit, and as the horses, it'll fall on somebody's name, and we'll move the horse. And I'm sure it'll be more interesting for us than it is for you. But at any rate, we enjoy it. So, is that a good angle if you want to shoot down at the table? I don't know.
I do.
They don't want to
don't
shoot down at
think
the
so.
table.
No, it doesn't work.
That's crappy.
Beautiful.
Here, we'll put Celia behind it and see if that works.
Oh, there you go. When was the last Triple Crown? Do you
Yeah,
know?
that's better.
87?
There we go.
Oh, wow, that long
Something
ago?
So
like
I'm going to
87?
spin.
I just a long time ago.
Ooh, blue. Galant Fox gets to move
Woo,
one.
Galant
We'll do one
Fox.
more.
Oh,
And,
Go Gallant Fox.
spin for me.
oh, Galant Fox goes again.
You're gonna win.
One more because somebody else needs it.
Or not.
She's fixed.
Oh, maybe this shouldn't be sitting up. Galant Fox just went again. All right.
Beginner's luck.
All right, we're going to take
Yeah.
a break before Galant Fox wins before
Before
anyone
she
else
mops the
moves
floor
off
with the rest
street.
of the horses.
Now we do have, now we're on to Nicole. Now, why isn't she here? Well, we all know she was going to have a baby, and that was due the first week of June. Well, the baby had other plans, and if we go to the first piece of video, we'll see what happened here. Yes, that's right. Let's go to her. Hello, Nicole. Can you hear me? Are you there? Oh.
Yes, hi.
Oh.
Jane, how you doing?
Oh, so wonderful to see you. Whose child have you there?
I have my child.
No. You weren't due for 2 more weeks. You've
Nope.
totally blown our betting pool.
Sorry. Yes, little man here arrived on May 13th. May 13th at 3:30 p.m. A full 3 weeks early.
Oh my goodness. Did you expect this? Well, I guess not.
No, he was breech, so we had to schedule a C-section, and it was scheduled for May 28th, and he had some different plans. So I was at school, and I had had a great morning teaching my classes and was just about to go on a field trip to Harrisburg. I mean, I was this close to getting on the bus, and my water broke.
Oh my goodness.
I am now the first Twin Valley high school teacher to have gone into labor during the school day.
Do you get a plaque for that?
I'm waiting for it. At least a certificate.
Oh my goodness. I guess he didn't want to go to Harrisburg.
Nope, apparently he is not a Harrisburg kind of guy. So he came early.
So what is his name?
This is David Lee Weaver.
Oh.
And he was 6 pounds 4 ounces, 18 3/4 inches, and absolutely adorable, if I do say so myself.
He is the cutest looking little thing.
Well, thank you. We're happy with him. We'll keep him.
So how's home life been since?
It's tiring.
Is he a good little baby?
He is. He's wonderful. He's pretty chill right now. You know, he hangs out. He gets fussy every now and then, and he and Dad have what they like to call the 3 to 4 wide awake hour, where he doesn't want to go to sleep. But we're working on it, and he's getting better. He's eating. He's growing. He's pooping. He's happy.
Oh, he's doing all those wonderful baby things.
Wonderful baby things.
And I'm so glad somebody else gets to clean up.
Yeah. Usually, yeah. We make her do it a lot. This is my mom, by the way.
Oh yes, I'm sorry.
Nancy. And she got a frantic call last Tuesday, and she drove here all the way from Pittsburgh in about 35 minutes.
So that was probably the quickest trip. Uh-oh, I'm told we have to go back to the studio. So,
all right.
It's so wonderful to see you, and we can't wait to join us back on the show. And Auntie Jane will look after little David once he gets potty trained and all that.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sorry I couldn't be with you guys tonight, but take care. I'll see you soon.
It's so good to see you. Take care.
Bye.
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 What a sweetie. What an adorable.
Oh, my goodness.
That's so exciting. We're
We
all
love you,
aunties.
Nicole, and we can't wait till you're back here and
Bring the
toting little
baby.
David with you. Gallant Fox has Zoe.
tweet?
Oh, Zoe is. It's Zoe urging Gallant Fox on.
Yay! Thanks,
Would you like to do
Zoe.
a spin before Sheila? Before we
Yeah.
careful of your microphone.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Come on, Gallant Fox.
Oh my God. Okay.
Woo!
Oh my
Thanks,
goodness.
Zoe.
Fixed.
Well, we'll just come back to that later.
Let's not
Well,
have her
I
back.
might not be invited back.
Put a little piece of gum on that arrow or something. But speaking of babies, we thought it would be. Who was it that had the experience, the discount for?
Oh, that's
Oh, me.
sure.
Yeah, I saw
Yes.
that on.
That's a
Actually, I
great
saw it
idea.
on Facebook.
Yes, a discount at restaurants for well-behaved children,
Yeah.
we thought. We had varying opinions on that. I think it's a wonderful idea. I don't think.
I agree.
Children should be well behaved wherever they go, and that often has to do with parents being well behaved. But what is everyone else's thought?
I think sometimes we have unrealistic expectations of our children. And speaking as somebody who took her children, because we moved so much when my daughter was tiny, we ate out a lot. And it's very harassing to do that and try to keep your child from doing awful things at the table when they're barely a toddler and you have to eat out. On the other hand, I also think that children ought to learn how to eat in good restaurants and not just fast food places. They need to understand what it means to put your napkin on your lap and to sit up and have conversation at the table. And I'm not sure what age that starts, but I think sometimes people take their younger children to dinner, and it becomes bothersome because they don't know what else to do with them.
I think
And-
there are age-appropriate restaurants for
Right.
different ages
Right.
of children. I mean, obviously, a tiny tot like that, and
Well, that's an
probably
easy
eats
one.
at home.
But that's an easy one.
Well,
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah.
But if it gets cranky, it can
Then you
annoy
leave.
other.
You
Then
take
you
the
leave.
baby
Yeah.
outside.
Now, how old were your children when you were
Well,
in Italy?
actually, my son was born in Italy, and but my daughter, by the time she was 3, we had moved 10 times.
Wow.
And so we were often on the move. They were good moves. I mean, it was a pleasant move all around the country. But until we got situated at each place, we had to live in a hotel, which meant eating our meals outside or eating our meals in a restaurant. And that was difficult when Meg was tiny, to keep her from making a complete mess of everything on the floor. I would take Cheerios and she would play with them, and then before we left the restaurant, I'd pick up all the Cheerios that she had left on the floor. My son, on the other hand, was born in Italy, and by the time we went to Italy, Meg was 3. She loved eating at restaurants because the waiters in Italy are so well trained that they would put her napkin in her lap. If she dropped it 6 times, she got 6 new napkins every time, and she loved being fussed over. So,
How do you find children at Papillon?
For the most part, the customers that come in, I think they're pretty good at gauging whether their kids are gonna behave or not. But they're kids, you know. You
Right.
just never know when it's a good
Right.
day or a bad
Right.
day. And you know, just last night we had a family that had brought in a young child, and they weren't excited about being there. They were putting up a fuss, but
Little
I think the
hyper.
parents did the right thing, and they tried to stick it out and see if they could change it
Right.
around a little bit, and then they finally just realized it was time to take them outside.
It's hard.
And that's okay. I respect that. There's
At
a
least
learning
they realized
curve.
that they needed to take them outside. They didn't just sit there and let them wreak havoc.
Right.
yeah.
They-
Or pay no attention to them.
Right, which that's
really
when,
awful.
Yeah, that's
That's when they really get nuts. That's when they like
When you
wanna
the
scream,
kids
"Who's
blow
the
up.
mother?"
Yeah,
Somebody take care of
Father
this
here.
kid.
yeah.
How do you feel about babies in restaurants or children in restaurants?
You know what? I think as long as they behave, and I've seen some really good kids, and
That's true. You go on trips with your kids.
Yeah,
so.
so I think I've seen some really good ones and I've seen some really bad ones, and I think, like you guys said, it's the ones that get ignored are the ones that act up
Right.
the most.
Yeah.
Right.
I think kids act up for a reason. They're trying to, get some
Yeah.
form of attention for some reason, but. I mean, like you said, sometimes it's also time to get them outside.
I think it's great to give coupons, though. I think that's neat, and I think it would be kind of neat to give a coupon to the parent for being a good parent. Also in airplanes, which is worse than a restaurant, because if you're on a 6-hour flight and you're trapped
Yeah.
with the kid behind you who is kicking your seat constantly, and mom's not doing anything about it, it's really tough.
We have a home viewer calling.
Yay.
Maybe- Hello, home viewer. Who are you? And welcome to That's What She Said.
Hi, I'm Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Well,
Hey, I was calling in about the restaurants with the children staying in there and all. I think it's appropriate as long as they behave and act like children and their parents take care of them.
indeed.
Yay.
Yes.
I
agree.
agree, and I
Yeah.
think the people that seem to have a problem with it are the ones with the kids that are possibly acting up.
Yeah.
You know, and the people that seem to have the problem with the discount, maybe their kids are not quite as
'Cause they're
well
not getting
behaved.
the
They're not getting the
discount.
discount. If you're getting a discount, who's going to argue with it, right? Let's face it.
I mean, you have to take care of your children while you're there, and
Right.
it's your responsibility. And if you have to walk them out, to the bathroom and tell them what they're doing wrong, then that's what it has to be.
Indeed. It's all about education. I mean, it's
called being a parent.
Yes, it's
Right.
a parental education
Exactly,
experience where you have to teach your child how to behave
Right.
in new situations.
Anywhere.
And, anywhere.
Right.
Not even just the
Exactly.
restaurant.
Indeed. Thank you for calling, Robert.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. You ladies take care.
Thank
You
you
too.
very much. All right. Well, we have back to Nicole. It's a show about Nicole, unexpectedly.
Nicole show.
Because we've been doing this series on what do we do when we're not here, and so we visited Nicole at her school, and here's part one of that experience.
here we are with Nicole at her job at Twin Valley High School, where one valley just isn't enough. She's between classes right now, so we'd like to ask her a few questions. So, what brought you to what brought a pretty young thing like you to want to dig in the dirt?
Well, Jane, that's a really good question. I went to Penn State and majored in veterinary medicine my first year, and just didn't really like it. It wasn't for me. I wanted to make an impact more closely in the community. So I switched to agriculture education, and I liked it because it was applied science. It wasn't just this theoretical, this is what photosynthesis is. I take the kids in the greenhouse and they see what photosynthesis does. And so it's a much more applied science where the kids can really be hands-on with it. And I love that. And I love digging in the dirt. It's fun.
So what will we be seeing in the upcoming class?
Well, the class that's upcoming is my horticulture science class. And each year we do have a greenhouse. You'll get to see that. It is my pride and joy. It's one of the largest in the state, which makes me, in a school, makes me very happy. And my students are assigned a crop of flowering annual. So we have geraniums and petunias and lantana and phlox and all this great stuff. And the kids learn practicums such as, proper watering and care, repotting, pinching, rotating, things like that. And they have to maintain their crop in the garden or in the greenhouse. And then in about 2 weeks, we'll be taking that crop down to the elementary schools to sell them for Mother's Day. We're getting ready to help a local group at the school plant a memorial tree. And so my students today will be learning about the basics of how to plant a tree, the proper way to make sure the hole is dug correctly, how to mulch it afterwards, encourage root growth, stuff like that. And then tomorrow we'll actually be going out and planting that tree.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Is that on campus here?
It's going to be on campus. It's going to be planted out in our student senior lounge so that it'll grow for years.
Oh, that's quite wonderful. On your teaching here, you also, as we know, head up the Theater Arts Club. Do you want to tell us, spout proud a little bit about that?
Yay, Theater Arts Club. Yeah, we're winding down for the year with Theater Arts Club. This Saturday, the 26th, is our gala, which just started last year. Some students wanted to have an end-of-year celebration, which, of course, how could you say no to a party? So they're in the midst of planning that. My one room is completely taken over with centerpieces and decorations and all that. And then we'll be going up in May to see our friend Kirk in Urinetown at the Allentown Civic Theater.
Oh, I hope I see you there.
I hope I see you there too. And then we start plans. We'll be meeting with the production crew soon to start talking about next year's musical and budget and all the things that we'll be doing next year for Theater Arts Club. So.
Beyond your horticulture class, what other sorts of things do you teach?
Well, we're in block scheduling, so classes are 81 minutes now. So we teach 3 blocks a day, and we have 1 for planning and duty and stuff like that. So I teach horticulture, 4th block. 3rd block is my natural resources and ecology class. So we go hiking and we're outdoors and we do stream study and.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I should come along on that.
It's a good time. We have a lot of fun. We'll be starting bird calls and forestry soon, so that'll be a good one to come out to. Yep.
What's that? Do you have birds locked away somewhere that you listen to?
No, we take a walk outside, see what we can hear. There's a really great forested area down here that has a lot of wildlife.
Yes, this campus is absolutely lovely.
It's a good campus.
Atop a hill with land all around.
Lots of views. Yeah, we actually have some bird boxes around the school too, so we'll do some bluebird study and make sure that I've already been looking at them. We've got some nests going on, so we'll take the kids around probably next week, see if they've got some eggs in there, and then we'll monitor them, see as they hatch.
The children are laying eggs?
Not the children, the birds.
Oh, all right.
So we'll take the students around, and they'll monitor the egg production from the birds.
Excellent.
And then in 1st block, I teach a freshman class, an introductory course. So that's what I have right now. It's a nice schedule because I get to vary my day. I'm not doing the same thing all day, which is nice. And I get to see a wide diversity of students, which is a lot of fun. They keep me on my toes.
Excellent. All right. Well, I think we will we will stop this interview now and wait for the next class to come in, and we will visit you during horticulture time.
All right. See you then.
See you then.
And now, quickly before break, actually get a wide shot of us, if you would. We owe a debt of gratitude to a lady who's recently retired from her broadcast career, although God knows she'll certainly be on TV somewhere. Barbara Walters, who is sort of the progenitor of our little chat session
Absolutely.
here. She's a wonderful woman. We love her, and we all wish her
Happy retirement.
happy retirement, and don't stop working.
And we want to be you at 84, Barbara.
Indeed. So thank you, Barbara, for inspiring all of us and the amazing work you did. And now we're going to go to a quick break, and then we'll see you on the other side of the break.
You're watching BCTV.org. Be informed, be involved, be a member. For membership information, go to www.bctv.org/support/membership. For other stories and information, go to bctv.org.
Hello. Welcome back to the second half of That's What She Said. A little plug for our beloved host station here, BCTV. They are having they have these regular dance parties. I urge you to go there. It's good to help support BCTV, and it's a lot of fun. This one I actually may be able to go to. It's the Red, White, and Blue dance party. It's on Thursday, May 29th from 7 to 9 at the River Edge on that road out there. What is it? 183. 183. It's on 183 by the airport. Just before the airport. Well, it depends what direction you're coming from, but it's around the airport on 183.
Right next
the
to
Red,
the
White, and Blue
silo.
dance.
Yeah.
Next to the silo, yes.
Is that even open anymore?
No, but the sign is still there.
Yeah, it shouldn't be.
That's true. You see a big silo.
Look for the silo. Or what was the silo?
Yeah.
But really, it is a lot of fun. We've been to the dance parties, and we dance.
It is
We
fun.
dance our little tookuses off and have a great time. And it's wonderful to support BCTV because they do such a wonderful community service here. Now that plug is done, we are approaching summer, and it was a long slog to get here, but all those goodies that we eat during summer are starting to push out of the ground, and we thought we'd talk about our favorite summer foods. I personally like hot dogs, which don't grow out of the ground, but
Oh, hot dogs. But still, hot dogs are awesome.
That's kind of
they
funny. I
could.
just thought of that picture.
yes,
Hot dog coming out.
it's like corn, but you peel back the thing, and there's a little hot dog in there. And stop it, ladies.
my.
But yes, corn and
Watermelon.
watermelon. Yes. What's going on right now? Well, Jamie has his asparagus bed, which is just going to town.
Asparagus.
There's nothing
That's what's
better
up.
than going out to his backyard and clipping off some fresh asparagus and
And you know,
grilling it up.
there's the whole push to eat local. And if you live in California, you can do that all year round. But finally, we're at that point of the year when we in Berks County can eat local food. I think I like the mint in our mint juleps is from our garden.
It's delicious.
And I have a lot of.
Wonderful.
I love going out and clipping fresh herbs, and anything with basil to me is summer.
I've
I
got
love
something
basil.
odd growing in my garden, and I should have brought it in because you'd probably know what it is. It's got a thin. It's not rosemary. It's living next to the rosemary, but it has this piney scent to it when I rub my hands over it. Anyway, I digress. Back to food.
Summer food.
Nicole would know what that is.
That's
Yeah.
true. I should. Yeah.
What
so
is that,
I'll take
Nicole?
it. Call us in. It's
One kind of piney thing. Is it?
I'll send you a
needle?
mental picture of what it looks like. And
She's gonna say it's pine.
it isn't. It isn't.
It's an
pie.
evergreen.
What's your favorite summer thing?
Well, I have been showered endlessly with wild ramps and morel mushrooms.
Oh, poor you.
I know.
Yeah, right.
Actually, this is
I just
how much
found
of
out
a
what
jerk
ramps
you might
are.
think I am. I actually was eating a dish that Philip had made me tonight, and I was like, I'm really tired of ramps. And I'm like, how horrible is that I'm sitting here right now?
Never eaten a ramp, and I see them at this time of the year. I see all the recipes. Where do you buy ramps?
I just found out what they were at Papillon.
He has
sneaky
ways.
in people that come in with this.
He's got
It's
his
like-
sources.
It's like they're coming in with gold, you know?
Because I think if I went to the farmer's market and asked one of the produce if they had ramps, they wouldn't know what I was talking about,
No.
would they?
Yeah.
It's something
They
that
might.
just grows wild.
You know,
Right, yeah.
Scapes are soon coming, which are one of my favorite. Oh,
What is
scapes.
scapes?
Scapes
What
are
are
the
they?
top of the garlic plant before
Oh.
it buds. And they're so good. You just saute them up, and
You mean when their little bulb
yeah,
there?
they have the
Little baby
bulb there,
garlic
and
bulbs.
We have those little bulbs on our chives right now.
they'd probably be lovely
Cook
and
'em up.
edible too.
And you
Give it a
just
whirl.
saute them?
Somebody take a spin. We want to move. We want to
I'll
get this
spin.
horse race.
Oh, spin.
I'll spin for someone because it's not going to be. There we go.
Yay!
Just one?
Oh, it's citation. It's me. Go ahead again.
See?
Do it
Oh,
again.
one.
Yeah, you've got the touch.
Oh, it's in the. It's a red one.
Is it,
No, it's
No,
red.
it's a green.
It's red.
It's
it red?
definitely red.
Who is Seabiscuit?
Seabiscuit.
I am.
You're
Yay.
Seabiscuit.
Yay,
Oh, one more.
Seabiscuit.
Well, we've got a roll here going.
Sheila on the board. Oh, Seabiscuit again.
One more.
All right, go for it.
Oh, Seabiscuits.
She's coming up.
My
on
horse
me.
is taking a nap, so
We're
I'll
gonna-
catch you guys later.
She's
Maybe I'll be the
leaving.
comeback kid.
Oh, the yellow
This
one,
is
which
not my
who isn't
horse's
playing.
day.
Oh dear. Okay.
Come on. What's my horse's name again? Whirl Away. Come on, Whirl Away.
All right, one more time, and if Whirl Away doesn't move an inch, we'll move on.
We're going to shoot him if he doesn't move.
Oh, we're calling that Whirl Away. There we go. All right, we will.
Finally. He's
Ha.
such a loser.
Whirl Away woke up.
About time. He had this julep stuff. Who knows?
We're going to keep playing this and see if we can take it to a sort of penultimate moment while you watch the next clip of Nicole at school. Go ahead.
All right. First up, let's talk about plant sale. Make sure that if you have not signed up for plant sale yet, that you do so soon. I have permission forms. Cha-ching. There are two parts to this permission form. One part I need, one part the nurse needs. So it is very important that you fill out both parts. I have already put your name on each one with the day at the top that you will be attending. I need the front filled out. Parent signature and emergency contact, because it will be during the school day. And then you need to sign it, and you need to get all of your teachers to sign whose classes you will be missing. If you have me for class, which obviously you do, I have already signed it for you. I've also filled in the proper flex for you, so you know what flex you'll be missing as well. All right, so today, as usual, we need to go out and do plant care. Let's make today the fertilizer day, because I don't want our fertilizer days to be too close together. So we'll fertilize today, and then we'll fertilize next Monday, and then after that we're going to stop using fertilizer altogether. Hopefully you should see that some of your wilted plants have come back. If they have not, this might be the time that we need to give them their little bugle salute, put them out for greater things. After we're done in the greenhouse, we're going to sort of switch gears a little bit. We've been asked by the OTDA group, or ODTA. Don't know.
I think it's the Organ Donor Transplant Association. They want to plant a memorial tree out in the senior lounge. And so they've come to ask us to do that for them. So we are going to see this as a prime opportunity to learn some hands-on skills. We're going to talk about the use of trees in the landscape, and we're going to talk about how to properly plant one. It's in the greenhouse right now, if you'd like to say hi to it. It is a lovely flowering dogwood. It's not flowering yet, but it will eventually. Hopefully with our help and influence, it will flower for many years to come. So we're going to be talking about that for the rest of the block then. The other thing we have to talk about are the 3 activities that you started before break. So we'll talk about those, make sure that you get those finished and turned in for a grade, all right?
Any questions? So now we will be coming into the greenhouse. Today is a fertilizer day, so we're going to retest their skills on how do you properly mix fertilizer. What color blue are we looking for our fertilizer? Darkish.
Dark bluish.
Toilet bowl blue, so about that much. You always put the fertilizer in first. Why is that?
So it can mix up in the water.
So it can get mixed in the water. Very good.
Right.
All right. And then why do we always close the bag up?
Because it could.
It will go hard.
It
will get hard because it's I don't know. Because
it's sand-like.
it's sand-like and it reacts with what?
Air.
It reacts with the oxygen. Very good. All right. Let's mix up that water.
It's kind of crappy.
Come on in.
Kind of crabby.
Yeah.
Look at it. It extends. It's one of those ones.
Come on, you can do it. There we go.
So we have two greenhouse sections so that we could actually control the climate between the two. However, right now we're in a single zone climate because we're raising, the same type of crop, same hardiness zone crop. So we have lots of different stuff. Chelsea, what are you raising? Ageratum, good. And right here at this table is geranium being raised by Amber and Sarah. And Miranda, you've got ageratum and what else? Phlox.
I just planted some phlox.
Did you?
I did.
How are they turning out for you?
Very floxy.
This is our first year trying phlox out. Miranda's doing a fantastic job. And then beyond there we have some hanging baskets. The next greenhouse we have New Guinea impatiens, which are our biggest seller. They should probably have some real pretty blooms on them right now that you can see. And we've got 3 rows of hanging baskets. We have almost 3,000 plants in here right now.
Oh my goodness.
That we'll be selling. Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
Wonderful. Do they get graded on how many of the plants die?
No. We do expect about a 1% loss. So every Friday they have to do what's called a tray count. So this is a tray, and we have 11 plants per tray. And each week they're keeping a journal on what they do, and they get a grade for their work in the greenhouse, if they're dressed properly, they use proper conduct and language. And then they get graded also on their diary with their crop counts, so that we see if they lose more than 1%, we try and reflect on maybe why that happened. But they don't fail if they lose their plants. And these guys have been doing a great job. They've got beautiful crop this year.
That's great. Well, they certainly are busy little bees here.
They are. They're hard workers. This is a good group. The thing I love about horticulture is these kids, even though they don't think it's going to happen, they become absolutely attached to their plants. They become so invested in them, and I tell them that that's going to happen, and they don't believe me. But at this point, now that they've seen them grow, these are their babies, and when they lose one, they really feel an emotional loss, and they get all depressed. But it's really great to see them care so much about something.
That's lovely. Well, we want to thank you, Nicole. We've had a wonderful time here with your students, and thank you for letting us come to see what you do at work.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate you spending the day with us.
All right. And here we go.
Be all insane.
Back to the studio we go. Bye.
Oh, that was wonderful. And I hear we have a home viewer. So, are you still with us, home viewer?
Yes.
Who are you, and what do you want?
It's Zoe and Philip.
Oh my goodness!
I said I knew this voice.
Are you enjoying the show?
Yes. What's that about too many ramps?
Oh dear.
No more ramps for you.
They're wonderful, darling.
How about the chanterelles in your dinner?
Those were very good as well.
You've irked the chef. This is not good.
You're going to be eating Chef Boyardee.
I have seen the chef irked, and
Yeah, you don't want to do that. Don't go there.
Don't bite the hand that feeds.
Don't bite the
so
hand.
Philip, we're tied in this horse race here. Who do you think is going to win on this next spin?
Gallant Fox.
Let's see. It's Gallant.
Gallant.
Fox.
Gallant.
Fox versus Zoe.
Oh, wow.
It is citation.
Oh,
Who comes in second? What is that? Oh, the one we don't have that comes in second. Oh, I come in second again. Good Lord.
What is wrong with that?
There's something very wrong.
Hey, it's me.
Win a
late
place.
starter.
Yeah, right.
Corinne, you have to win it for Zoe. It's
I'm
her birthday,
trying.
remember?
Corinne
I was in
started
the lead,
strong.
and then something happened.
Blue.
No more.
Win, place, and show.
Came in third.
And Seabiscuit, they made a movie of him, and he didn't.
Seabiscuit's glue.
Yeah.
Seabiscuit
Sorry, Steve.
was in Celia's barn.
All right.
Well,
Ralphie says we have to go now.
Oh, Ralphie, my son, my furry son.
well, thank you for calling in, sir.
Bye, Zoe.
It's always lovely talking to you, Shep.
Bye.
Oh my goodness! Well, as everyone knows, yesterday, and congratulations even to the loser of our
Seabiscuit will live in
Seabiscuit. You were so good in that book, and then you just petered out on our board. Anyway, so yesterday were the elections, which, as we have decried several times on this show, had a horribly low 16% voter turnout, which is just
Awful.
wrong. Again, I think I saw it posted that, and it's well, if you don't exercise your God-given, your not God-given, your Constitution-given rights, then don't be surprised when they are taken away.
Exactly.
We must go out and vote. I know it's a primary, but still, these things
They're
are
hugely important.
They count.
Indeed.
They're really, really important because those elections decide who will be on the ballot for the general election. And there are a lot of people running that you may or may not have liked, and that one vote counts. I just think about in other countries when when there's bloodshed for people trying to get to vote, and we just 16%. That's just deplorable. It's just deplorable.
It is. I don't know how to. I mean, my friend Kirk was on Facebook going, vote, 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 and I don't know what it. And a lot of my friends were doing that,
Absolutely.
and I don't know what it takes to get the populace involved in their own future.
It bothers me when I know that there are women who don't vote, because there are countries where women aren't allowed to vote. There are countries where women have just gotten the vote. There are countries where women risk their lives to stand in line and cast a ballot because it's not acceptable female behavior. And my great-grandmother was a suffragette, so the women in my family vote, damn it. And it just really bothers me so very much that people take it for granted.
There really is no excuse. It's so easy. There's so many
My
places.
goodness.
Well, that's not true. In our area, it's easy. There are lots of places. There are places where it is a struggle to get there. But certainly, I mean, I walk out a block and a half to get to my polling place, and even if I had to drive 5 miles, it would be worth it, because it is what we are supposed to do as Americans. And now that I'll step off that soapbox and say that Nicole tweets. Actually, she doesn't tweet in. She texts in, says, "Don't have Twitter, but wanted to say hi. Love you all. Can't wait to see your Auntie Jane. Can't wait to see you, Auntie Jane, Sheila, Martha, and Corinne."
Cool.
So,
hi, Nicole.
our dear Nicole
We miss you.
is sitting there with the child on lap,
Hi, Jane.
watching the show. So. Sorry, let me get back to the tweeting thing here. I think we'll skip a Celia thing. I will say that, however, that I've decided maybe perhaps not with Celia now, but we will be starting a podcast of me reading stories on our website, she tweets to me. No, that's what she said online.com. That's what she said online.com. I don't know when it'll be up there, but visit. It'll be up there within a week or so. So if you want to hear stories read by Jane, certainly tune in to That's What She Said Online.com. I think it's time for Corinne, who has been given the task of coming up with this week's surprise topic.
Uh-oh. I am honored. Thank you. So I just thought a little bit about making this a little bit of a seasonal thing with Memorial Day weekend coming around the corner. I always think is kind of the kickoff to summer. So my little question or topic to you guys is, with summer coming around the corner, what is your favorite activity or thing that you look forward to doing in the summertime?
Well, I know what mine is. I love going to Knoebels.
Ooh.
Knoebels is amazing. If you've never been there, it's wonderful. It's up north and west of here, I think. I don't know. But it's a family-run amusement park, and you don't pay anything to get in. You can go in and walk around all day for free if you want. It just costs to eat and go on the rides. And it's a marvelous sort of out of the way lovely thing. And they adopt old rides from other parks. So it's got the most amazing array of wonderful things, and plus the best dark house ride, as voted year after year by those people who vote on such things. So what else? What else? I say wholeheartedly go to Knoebels, but what do you do?
I don't really do. Here's the thing. I mean, half of my year is usually consumed with color guard. So on my off time, I just kind of like to veg. I love my picnics. I have a lot of picnics that I go to. That's one of my favorite things.
No, there's nothing wrong with that. That's wonderful.
Picnics are fun. You know, last summer we did something really cool. That Berks County, those Best Kept Secrets tour. That was kind of a fun summer thing to do. Just hop around and visit different places. That was neat.
Yeah, that was fun.
Absolutely. That was fun.
We should too. Maybe we could do that again and go on a totally separate
places
we didn't get to last time. Yes, we should.
That was fun.
I think there's one of those coming up. We could.
I've been seeing it advertised. Let me check it out. You know, to me, anything outdoors, and I especially love eating outdoors. On nice mornings, Barry and the pups and I have our breakfast on the front porch. And we watch all the kids going to school, and the squirrels drive my one lab crazy, and the kids drive my other lab crazy. And we have breakfast on the porch and a second cup of coffee, and then we go about our day. Now that my classes are over, I have more time, and our little patio garden's all planted, and that's where I like to go to read in the afternoon or to write my journal. Sometimes if we've eaten our dinner out there, we'll listen to the Phillies games. I know it's kind of like beating ourselves, but we're still listening to the Phillies.
That's all right. I'm a Mets fan, so.
Right. So here we are. I just love being outdoors, and I love planting my garden, and it's all planted now, and we're supposed to have hail tomorrow. I'm so excited about that.
Are you serious?
Yes. 1 inch could be 1 inch hail.
You're joking.
Oh
no,
my goodness.
No,
I'll be in
we're supposed to have really bad storms tomorrow afternoon. But anyway, I love summer until the hot and muggies set in, and then I'm not happy, and that's when I hope we're going to California this
when I hang out inside with the AC up. Turn it up.
And yours, Corinne?
Well, mine is very similar to Martha's, actually. Yes. Wake up in the morning with my hubby and my little dog, Ralphie, and have coffee on our screened-in porch and watch the butterflies at our butterfly bushes and the birds at our bird feeder. And then put the top down on our convertible, and we all let the air in our hair and in our ears, and
that's wonderful.
Go buy flowers for the garden and come back and dig in the dirt a little bit and get dirty, and then at night we love to spark up a campfire. So at our little country house and kind of just get away from the city.
Now, hard to believe as it is, I do love camping. So I want to come out to your country place and pitch a tent, and
we should film there.
Jane can come to the country.
Can we film there?
Wonderful. We should
at the fire.
Yes.
Oh, Jamie nodded yes.
I will bring marshmallows.
love
so we
to
will
have
be filming
Jane.
at Corinne's.
There you go.
That
All
would
is
be
welcome.
wonderful. That would be fabulous.
Will there be ramps?
I'm sure we could work on that.
I don't even know what
I
that
know
is
somebody
anymore.
that could help us out with that.
We're going to have to, we're drawing to an end
Wow.
here. Oh my goodness.
Time flies.
Well,
When you're having
once
fun.
again, I want to just quickly before we end, say support BCTV. They are having a dance party, red, white, and blue dance party. I imagine it will be patriotic tunes and such. Dancing to George M. Cohen. That should be fun. Maybe it's just a theme. You don't dance to that. You just dress like that. But that is Thursday, May 29th from 7 to 9 p.m. You had something you wanted to tell us about.
Oh, yes. A month from this date, June 21st, the Arts on the Avenue will be occurring in West Reading. Come on out. It's a beautiful event during the day. You get to see all kinds of vendors selling their arts and crafts and food and music, and Papillon Brasserie has a giant pig roast with complimentary beer.
Where do they find the giant pig?
He gets the pig from a farm called Wybrook Farm, which is out in Honeybrook, and he does the roasting himself at the restaurant in the back parking lot. And it starts at like 4 a.m. and does this. And it's a ticketed event, so if you're interested, come out, and it's live music, good time, and just a great day to bring the family out.
That's absolutely wonderful. Actually, something else I wanted to mention. We have this weekend in Kempton. I think it's, oh dear, we've been told to say goodbye. So, Kempton Chili Pepper Festival this weekend. We love Chili Pepper Festivals. We would like to say the next show is on June 18th, and we want to always, as always, thank Amber, John, Allison, Scott, and Joanne.
We love you.
Joan, what the heck am I saying? Joan, and all at BCTV, and Jerry, whoever I'm forgetting. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time, June 18th. Be well till then. Bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye.